Hey guys, my name's Josh Bieber. I've been on that side of the camera for years and years, and finally in the studio I have my favorite car, a Porsche 944. Now this is also a 951, you can say that, but for the sake of the video, we're gonna call it a 944. We finally, after 40 years of this car being around, have a period correct upgrade for the headlights, and I'm gonna show you exactly what that is. So stick around, I'm gonna show you how to install them, what they look like compared to stock, and what you can do to also mod your 944.
Today's news.
Inch for the better.
21 kilowatts.
The Porsche 944, from the Rubbermaid spoiler to the Rubbermaid mirrors, the pop-up headlights, this car is epic. Inside and out, it could not be cooler. Guys, this car was literally driven by doctors and lawyers back in the day. It's turbocharged, it's got a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder in it, and it could not be more fun to drive. There was 163,000 of these cars produced. The 944 was literally the most successful sports car in Porsche's history until the introduction of the Boxster and the 997 Carrera. What amazes me is that it took 40 years for somebody to come out with a product that can actually improve this driving experience. Introducing a headlight from Holley in partnership with Morimoto. These two brands combined created one epic headlight. Before I tell you any more, let me show you the output. The way we test these light outputs is pulling the car 25 feet from the wall. Using a digital lux meter, we measure the actual usable brightness. On low beam, your stock halogen headlights come in at 640 maximum lux. The Morimoto headlight in the 3000K color come in at 43% brighter at 920 maximum lux. On high beam, they come in at 31% brighter than stock. Now, something that's super cool with these headlights is they come in two different colors, a 3000K warm white color and a 5700K bright white color. The 5700K compared to stock comes in at 120% brighter than your original headlights. And that's not even the full story. Look how much wider this beam pattern is. The 3000K and the 5700K have the same exact beam pattern, except sometimes that 5700K can be a little bit brighter. On high beam, it comes in at 66% brighter than stock. So yes, these headlights are so much brighter than your original halogen headlights. They are also much more safe to drive with. Guys, this car seriously takes me back to like 6 years ago. I did so much work on one of these 944s, I actually even fully repainted the thing. So yes, this car does mean a lot to me. And the one thing I never actually did was upgrade the headlights because there wasn't a good option. All of those other options out there, the 7-inch rounds that we've ever tested on Headlight Revolution, are generally like UFO looking spaceships, and they're huge and they don't actually fit in the pop-up headlight. So finally, this one actually fits. I'm super excited to install this. To install it, you need a Phillips screwdriver, super easy. So remove this Phillips screw. Now this whole black plastic cover actually comes off. Pull it down a little bit, looks like this got a groove here, and remove it. Now you only have 3 other screws holding this headlight in. One on this side, one above, and one on that side. Take those out. With this metal ring loosened, you can actually just pull it away. And then it's just got one clip on the back. Now in your stock headlights, there's these 3 little metal tabs and they go into the connector there. Just like the Holley brand headlights, they are plug and play. You don't need resistors or ballast or anything crazy like that. As you can see, those 3 tabs are on here as well. It's a plug and play install. While I have the headlight out, let me show you real quick. If for some reason you didn't want the 5700K style headlight after you've already purchased them, you can actually change this entire LED section out. So you just remove these 2 screws, pull this out, grab your 3000K LED, put it on in there. They are both the exact same design for this housing, so you'll still get that same really good beam pattern, that really wide and tight beam pattern. Let's go and install this, plug in that wiring. All right, and reinstall it the exact same way you took it out. One other thing to note here is that this on the front, one of the only differences from your stock housings is it says Holley on the front. So what you gotta make sure you do is put it vertical. Now the metal collar only goes in one way here. And now go ahead and put those screws back in. Make sure the tabs all line up before you actually tighten all 3 of these screws. With those 3 screws in, you can go ahead and put that black piece back on. Now this one is a little bit more difficult to put back on because you gotta make sure these tabs are underneath the pop-up headlight. So it's good on this side, it's good on this side. Now go ahead and put that one screw back in. Grab your Phillips screwdriver and place that back in. If for some reason they're not aligned, you can go ahead and actually adjust these two screws right here and make them go up and down or left and right. And that's all it takes is 4 screws and you have a completely new headlight housing in these pop-up headlights. Remember, there is a ton of headlights out there that do not fit these pop-up headlights, so make sure you find one that's actually been tested, just like we do at Headlight Revolution. Now that you made one of the greatest improvements on the front end of your vehicle, take it down the road, go check out how much better and brighter they actually are. Now, one thing to note, Morimoto actually designed a whole bunch of different sizes, a 5 3/4, a 4x6, and a 5x7 headlight as well. So how about the price? What do they cost now? Click the link in the description below this video, and it'll take you to Headlight Revolution where you can type in the year, make, and model of your car and find out just that. Guys, at Headlight Revolution, we test so many different automotive lighting products, and we want you to hear about them first. So subscribe to our YouTube channel because you do not want to miss what we come out with next.